Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Animal Crossing. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys had a good work week out there, or a good week in general, whatever you've been doing. It's been a bit since we were here. I don't even remember what I did last time. Oh, yeah, we had the lost item that we couldn't find. Yeah, there was a lot happening. Okay, let's check our mail. Oh, yeah, we got medicine for a villager. Let's see. What did you get us? Oh, rugby. Ma! Oh, yeah. Fall is right around the corner in another 2 months. It's, if even that, it's going to start getting hot. Oh, yeah. Mobile app crashed. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we still have some of the hottest days this year coming, I believe. August is typically the hottest month for us. But I've kind of been getting some fall vibes in the back of my head, you know. Kind of feeling it. Do you think COVID spread the animal? I doubt it very seriously. I don't know. With Animal Crossing, there's always been a question in the back of my mind of when it takes place, given the fact that we have access to some of the most famous paintings and statues in the world. I've always kind of held in the back of my head that Animal Crossing might be like post-apocalyptic, but after the world recovers. You never really know. It could just be its own pocket universe in existence. But the good thing about, it being a fantasy world is we don't have the nightmare stuff like we do here. We could play Animal Crossing or Mario or Pokemon or whatever and not have to worry about things like COVID. So, which is funny because I had COVID once and I never got it again. Ooh. It's a cylinder. I can see that. That would make seasons weird, though. I don't think it's a cylinder. Seasons would work right if it were a cylinder. Oh, today's the meteor shower. Ooh. Well, it kind of sucks that we're here early then. Ooh, our fountain is complete. That's not what I meant to do. Oh. The cicadas are still going strong. I was outside listening to them yesterday. I turned the ads down since the last stream, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all gonna have to quit griping about the ads. I'm kind of, no offense, but I'm kind of low-key tired of hearing about it. Like, I can't turn them off completely. Twitch is still gonna run them even if I turn them off completely. There ain't nothing I can do about that. What am I trying? Why am I trying to put my money in my mail pocket? The ads are over. I was saying, no offense, and don't get mad to this, but y'all gonna have to quit worrying about the ads so much. Y'all bring them up every stream I do, and I'm low-key tired of hearing about it, honestly. Like, I turned them down as far as I could. I can't turn them down anymore. And even if I turn them off completely, Twitch is still gonna run ads. The same way YouTube does. Like, I'm not monetized on YouTube. I can't run ads, but you better believe YouTube's still gonna run them on my content and make money off my hard work. Which I kind of think is a little shady, but it's their platform. I guess they are kind of hosting my content on their server for free. So I'll let it slide. Yeah, again, don't get mad. I'm not fussing. It's just they get brought up every stream, so we kind of need to chill on the ad talk. That's why Twitch does the that's why Twitch kind of runs them the way they do. They want people to subscribe, but we don't really do subscriptions over here on my channel, so oh, just that, yeah. I didn't really talk much. I already watered that one. Watered those guys. All right, let's empty our pockets. Oh, it's just a rumor about me? Everybody's saying that I'm quite the green thumb. I don't know. You don't have the money to sub yet. Well, I highly recommend doing Patreon over the Twitch sub and stuff. But that's just me. Twitch is going to pitch a fit when they hear me say that. I guess that is kind of for everybody to decide, because here's the thing. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, that money goes into my pocket. If you join Patreon, that money goes strictly to charity. So I leave that for people to decide, you know, where they want to put it. Of course, any money that I think every bit of money that I've ever made on Twitch, because I've been paid out 2 times on Twitch so far. I think both times I bought new equipment to do the streaming stuff. I bought a webcam and I bought a microphone. I thought you could set the amount for subs. I guess they are kind of controlled by Twitch, aren't they? I don't know, whatever the lowest amount is. Like, here's the thing. I'm a cheap son of a bitch. I grew up in a middle-class family, but like lower middle class, maybe. And my dad has worked steady my entire life. And my mom worked on and off. So we didn't have money, but we didn't struggle either growing up. You know what I mean? We were comfortable enough. But in a post 9/11 world, especially, even in a post-COVID world, nobody's paying enough to live. So we're all struggling. So if I could control how much the subs were, I'd make them as low as possible because I don't want people spending money they could be putting up and saving, you know. I don't know. Well, I think right now, if you go, I don't know if you could do this on your back end of Twitch, but the amount of ads that you run per hour determines the cut between you and Twitch. So if you do the minimal amount of ads per hour, it's a 30, you'll get a 30%, or Twitch takes 30%, or you get 30%, something like that. It's 30. I don't remember who gets the 30, but it's 30. If you do, I forgot how many ads it is an hour, but I currently have mine set to 55%. So Twitch and I are kind of dividing it that way. I think that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I don't really ever pay attention to the monetization stuff because, again, I don't make money streaming on Twitch. It takes a year or two to build up enough ad revenue just to get the $50 payout, and then it's $50. What are you going to do with $50? It's such a drop in the hat. But yeah, I typically don't worry about that stuff on Twitch. I did put more play coins in though, so that we can go back to getting our fortune. Ah, son of a bitch! I got to talking and forgot to empty my pocket. Nah. Nah. That's what I've always said. I do this more just for the fun of it, for kicks and giggles, because you would have to have thousands of followers just to make decent money, like to even make a couple of $100. You would need thousands of subscribers on Twitch and YouTube, and I don't think that's ever going to happen for your boy. So we're just kind of here for fun. The only reason I ever set Patreon up is because I was watching this YouTuber turned Twitch streamer at the time, back in the 2010s. And what they did is they set up their Patreon, and they did Patreon exclusive streams. Like, they would only send the link out to patrons. They would do like unlisted streams on YouTube and send the link out that way. And I thought, that's a neat concept. Kind of like a VIP thing, you know? And I thought that's a good way for me to try to make money, because I can't monetize my shit on YouTube because you have to meet a certain threshold. And at the time, I wasn't monetized on Twitch either. So it seemed to be the only alternative to me actually getting my money instead of turning it over to a major corporation. And then like at the moment, I think I have 2 patron members, so that's like $5 a month. It's not enough money for me to pocket. Like, it's not worth it to me. So I thought, well, why don't we just let the money in Patreon build up every few months and then just give it to charity? Maybe, you know, my feelings of inadequacy and like my life doesn't matter might actually have a little bit of meaning if I might suffer with depression and all this other bullshit, but maybe I can actually help other people's lives be a little bit less miserable by, you know, doing the charitable thing. But that's why we're here. That's why we do the patron shows on anyway. Okay, now give me my fortune cookie. Well, that's the thing too. If the link gets leaked, there's not really much you can do about that. Like, you can ask people to be, you know, good people, but ultimately stuff, it is the nature of the internet, you know. But at the end of the day, that's on their conscience, because all the patron shows they exist for the sake of donating money to charity. So like if you became a patron and then took my links and put them on Reddit or fucking, I don't know, Kiwi Farms, 4chan, like if you turned me into a lolcow or something, like if I reached that status on YouTube and became a joke, then you're just really taking money away from charities. And the last couple of donations we've made were to St. Jude. So you're literally just taking money away from cancer children, and that's on you at that point. You know, that's, I will say that the next time I get paid out on Twitch, you have to reach a minimum threshold of $50, and I think I'm at like 28 or 29. So the next time I do get paid on Twitch, I'm gonna use that money to pay Tyler back some of the money I owe him. I'm just gonna give it all straight to him. Let's see. What is this? Oh, I desperately need this. Yes. Ooh, and a washing machine? Oh, hell yeah. We're eating through our money today, but... Oh, I wish that were true. Mr. Beast is a huge piece of shit. Huge piece of shit. Apparently, he's a monster behind the camera. He abuses people. He's actually guilty of war crimes. Literal war crimes. He kept one of his employees locked in a basement and wouldn't let them sleep for like a week. Wouldn't give them food or water. Yeah, no, Mr. Beast is a huge piece of shit. Also, keep in mind that, yeah, he may donate a lot of money to charity and do all of those things publicly, but like he himself has made a shit ton of money and enriched his own life, you know. I just believe it's all performative. Like, you can turn philanthropy into a good career for yourself and make yourself a lot of money at the same time. Fucking religious people do it all the time. There's a YouTube channel called Turkey Tom. Look up Turkey Tom. He did an expose on Mr. Beast, and like, it wasn't just that one guy. Like, all of Mr. Beast's employees came forward to corroborate that guy's story and say, yeah, Ed, that's happened. This is true. Like, all his employees. So trust me, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You have creators that you love and adore. You have celebrities that you love and adore. You just have people in general that you love and adore. You love their work or their career. You followed them for years, and then one day it comes out that they're a huge piece of shit. That has happened to me in my own life over and over and over. The amount of people that I used to watch, love, and adore has just boom over the years. That's why it's one of the reasons I'm as cynical and jaded as I am, is because every time I turn around, somebody else has allegations levied against them. Somebody's either diddled some kids or fucking abused somebody or done something monstrous like that. And I got to a point in my life where I'm over it. I'm strictly about the media, the content. I'm done with the actual people who behind it. I'm struggling with that at the moment. I've been watching this Twitch streamer for about 4 or 5 years now, give or take. And I think she's pretty funny. But lately, she's been grinding my nerves. Oh, she's getting on under my skin. I'm probably going to have to stop watching her. is getting on my everlasting nerves. That's like Charlie, Critical, Penguin ZO. Back before he ever did a face reveal, I used to watch him on YouTube all the time with a handful of other people. And then he slowly devolved into just the same kind of content creators, PewDiePie, everybody else. And I kept watching him for a bit. But then a few years ago, he started doing reviews with the whole moist meter thing. And all he did was shit on everything. Every fucking video he put out was negative, 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 negative. And I just got sick of it. I couldn't watch him anymore. And I unfollowed and unsubscribed to him, and I haven't been subscribed to him for a few years. And the other day I thought, well, let's see what Charlie's been up to. So I went over to his YouTube channel, and he had a review where he hated Jurassic World Rebirth. And I was like, nope, fuck you, fuck off. Never looking at your channel again. Which I understand can come across as a little hypocritical, as much bitching as I do. I'm sitting here complaining about other people bitching, but like, I'm working on it. I'm working towards it. Donated our fossils. Yeah, he can be funny, and he comes across as cool. And thankfully, nothing has ever come up, you know, nothing has ever come to light that he's like some sort of monster or has been, you know, nothing cancelable like some of these other YouTubers. I just don't like his opinions on media. He and I don't share the same views and opinions on movies and shows, and he hates everything I like. So I can't with him right now. And like I said, the streamer I'm watching at the moment, she's you know, she does the GTA roleplay. And a lot of times she struggles because there's a lot of like your dude bro straight men on those servers who treat women like pieces of shit. Call them bitches, sluts, whores, hookers, stuff like that. And not in a playful, friendly way. I mean in a like TOS violating way. And a lot of those GTA 5M servers have the problem of like, if you pay, you stay. So they don't really enforce their rules like they should against harassment. And I've seen that firsthand watching her streams. I've seen it in real time where her character does something and it upsets the guy playing the guy character, and then he goes real life and starts, you know, getting mad OOC, or out of character, they say. And it's become a real big problem, not just for her, but all female content creators on Twitch, especially the ones who do like the GTA roleplay. They have to worry about that constantly. However, with that being said, I have started to notice that she stirs the pot. What she'll do is she'll specifically get in her goofy, silly mood, and she'll go into the gang's territory in the game, and she'll stir up a whole bunch of shit. They'll shoot her ass down and put her on the ground and call her a bitch or whatever. And then she gets real butthurt and says, oh, they're being misogynistic. They're being misogynistic. Stop fucking stirring the pot. Like she doesn't do anything that furthers the story and the role play. She does it just to stir the pot. And I'm like, you know, men have fragile egos to begin with, especially straight men. What the hell are you doing stirring that bee's nest? You know they're going to light you up. You know they're going to shit talk you with their dude bro mentality. You bring it on yourself, and then you want to whine about it when they do what you know they're going to do. So it's getting to the point where I just can't watch her anymore. I can't watch her self-destruct like that and then whine about it. It's really annoying. Honestly, I may have to just drop content creators altogether and just go back to watching like television and movies and stuff like that, because lately content creators have just been grinding my gears, getting on my last nerve. I guess the fossil is all I have to say. Yeah, I get that. Typically, when larger YouTubers have allegations levied against them, a lot of times it is people who just want to ruin them because they don't like them personally, or there's some financial angle where they think they can get money by suing them or whatever. I do get that, but after looking at that video that I looked at, I gotta believe the accuser on this one. It's just, and again, we don't know beyond a shadow of a doubt. We're not there. We don't know these people. We don't have a way. Like, it's not a court case. You know, we're not being asked to, as a jury, to figure it out. But in my opinion, based on the videos that I've seen, I believe he might be a huge piece of shit. Of course, my opinions aside, I've never watched his content. I think it's aimed at children anyway, so I'm not the target audience to begin with. And yeah, that does suck. That really does suck. You can be a celebrity or a big YouTuber like that and have done literally nothing wrong, and people are going to come after you. And it sucks. It hurts your reputation. It hurts your image. And like, there's not really much you can do about it, but just be quiet and let people talk. Some people handle that better than other people, but it sucks. I'm just disillusioned at this point with all of it. Like, like I was telling you guys in the Discord yesterday, I am burnt the fuck out, man. I'm burnt out. Every day there's a new YouTuber who's been exposed for doing some bullshit. That and all of the politics for the last 8 years. Captain Dumbfuckface. Dumbfuckface who ruined Twitter, turned it into a Nazi stronghold. We've put up with so much shit. Our games are shit. These Nintendo Directs and Pokemon Directs are shit. Tyler and I, we were kind of talking about this in our DMs yesterday, and I think he and I are both to the point where we're burnt out. We don't like any of the media that currently exists. The world is trashing on fire, and I personally am struggling to be positive every day. I was just talking to my friend Lewis about this. Lewis is here in chat quite often. I was telling him, it's a real struggle every day just to get up and not spiral, because everything fucking sucks. Okay, so we've already donated the raptor fossil. Well, that's what I've been doing, and things have been getting better for me. I cut politics out completely, and that's made my life a lot better. I'm a lot happier, I don't see that shit on social media every day like I used to, so things are slowly getting better, at least for me in my head, My next step is to come to peace with media the way that it currently is. And I gotta, that's my next step, is to come to terms with everything being trash and a cynical cash grab. Because Pokemon has been the topic of discussion now for a while, for me, my friends, the internet in general. I think now I'm of the opinion of my least favorite all-time Pokemon game being probably Scarlet and Violet. They're the ugliest, the most poorly written, the most poorly received between me and my crew, my group of friends, which is now what, 2 or 3 people. I was shitting all over Sword and Shield, but now I long for Sword and Shield. Give me Sword and Shield again. Just don't give me Scarvo again. That game was garbage. I'm hoping that Legends ZA and I'm hoping that Gen 10 turn out to be far better. I want my optimism for things in life to return, goddammit. And, you know, as a content creator, nobody's going to want to be part of my shit if I'm always whining, bitching, or complaining. So I gotta turn it around, you know. I gotta come on here with, you know, all grins and smiles and chuckles. Because getting mad on rare occasions is fine. Oh, hot damn, a new bug. I thought that was a new find. Yay. But yeah. So now that I've conquered getting politics out of my life completely, I just got to focus on like bettering my relationship with media, especially since I do the streaming thing. I need to have a better headspace when it comes to games because I think about me being an audience member. What if I tuned into me every day and I'm just bitching every day nonstop? Every stream is wah, 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 wah. I'd fucking leave and never come back. So I'm trying to keep that in mind going forward. I just really got to hunker down and work on it. It's not easy to change many years of behavior. Patterns of behavior are hard to change overnight. I tell you what we do need to do. We need to expand our house now. I'm starting to get a lot of... Yeah. We can wash our clothes now, though. I like that. Get your wall. Ew, no, gross. Okay. I like that one. Oh, mushroom mural. Oh. That's not what I thought you meant by mushroom mural. I got happy for nothing. I feel dumb. I feel real dumb. We'll keep this one. Sell the other two. I don't know how much we owe on our house. Let's go find out and be set. All right, drum roll, everybody. What do you think we're going to owe on the house? Repay loan. Ooh. Not a lot. Oh, damn. If we do some fishing and bug hunting today, we might be able to pay it off. You never know. You never know. Oh, yeah, we do have a bug. Right? But yeah, that's the short and tall of it. I guess I've been meaning to get all of that off my chest anyway. Sorry if it brings the episode down, everybody. But I needed to get that off my chest. I've been sitting on those feelings for a while. You know. Because I did say some months ago I wanted to start focusing on just our own little group here. What we're doing here, you know. Playing the game, focus on the game, have a good time. I need to get my head in the game and out of the world's nonsense. But some days are better than others. I had a real struggle day yesterday. It's why I didn't come live and stream. I had a really rough mental health day yesterday. Not to sound too millennial of myself, but some days I just can't. some days it's best that I just stay away and keep my mouth shut, because I was a little pissy on top of having a bad mental health day, and it's highly possible that if I had streamed yesterday, I probably would have went on a 2-hour tirade, and I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to fuck off and get control of my own emotions when I'm feeling that way. We're here for a good time, you know what I mean? Sell some stuff. But just so you guys know, going forward, that is the next big thing I'm working on in my personal life, is like coming to terms with media being the way it is. Just kind of accepting where we are with games and movies and everything else. Although I will say, the movies that I've been watching recently and the TV shows that I've been watching recently have been pretty good. Honestly, right now, for me, the only real thing that's in the toilet is video games. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, if they're not burnt to a crisp, eat them. I'm gonna light my food a little crispy. I don't want my food to be black and burned, but I like well done food. I like the crunch. It's a texture thing more than it's a taste thing, I believe. Huh. Can do, friendo. Let me get you a piece of furniture. I can do that right now. Well, some germs are good for you. If you lived totally antiseptic, you would be sick every day. Your body builds immunity to things by getting a little dirty sometimes. Eating a little floor food ain't gonna kill you. Everybody drops a chip or something on the floor and then just blows it off and eats it. This is actually good for you. Boost that immune system. I'm not saying just eat off the floor like an animal, but occasional food hitting the floor ain't gonna kill you. Unless your house is filthy. Or if you have a lot of pets, then you're probably gonna be picking up a lot of dander and hair, and that's just gross. That's just, yeah. Where'd you go? Here you go. That's what bothered me about the COVID era. Yeah, I was a big proponent of doing what they said, you know, because it's common sense. Wear the mask, wash your hands regularly, social distance. That was kind of a special case, you know, I get it. And then there are people with them, you know, immune diseases and stuff that have to wear masks and protect themselves. But outside of that, like going to the store, pushing a shopping cart, touching where 100 other people have touched and getting their germs, that's actually really good for you. People are like, oh, but I don't want to get sick. It helps your body build antibodies and immunities to various germs and diseases and stuff. You need to be around other people. It's called herd immunity, you know. You gotta. It's the reason time travel's such a son of a bitch. That's not something that they talk about with time travel. Everybody's like, oh, you just got to make sure you don't go back in time and change, you know, stuff too radically to alter the future. No. You don't seem to understand. You go back far enough in time, you're going to kill everybody and wipe out the earth. Not even just humans. Wait, what did they give me for that? Wait, what did I was talking and what? I can't talk and pay attention at the same time. Oh, okay. He said it won't do the trick. Whataburger spicy ketchup. I'm going to Whataburger sometime soon. I want to try that Darkberry Dr. Pepper float thing they have. I've had Darkberry Dr. Pepper before. They did it for the release of Jurassic World Dominion a few years ago. It was like a limited edition Dr. Pepper. It tastes really good. And I want to try this new drink they got. But the closest Whataburger for me is about 25-ish minute drive, maybe. I got to hit the interstate and go to another county and another city. No, I've actually never been to a Whataburger because we've never had any around here before. But they built one recently over there, so I'm thinking about going over there and trying it out. Where am I going to get furniture from? I'm going to have to give him a piece of my furniture, aren't I? You stay, bitch. What? Ooh, hell yeah. It saves me the trouble of having to get rid of the thing. Yeah, I just assume that, like, if I want to know what states have what restaurants, I usually just Google it. Because I've learned that not everywhere has everything. You know what? We'll give him the candy jar. I think he'll enjoy that. It'll be a fun little gift. Where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go, friendo? Hello, where did you go? Well, now where did he run off to? They always ask for favors then disappear. Where the hell did he go? Now see here. I honestly don't know anything about the beaches in Texas. I know very little about Texas in general, if I'm being completely honest. There you are. You vanished on us. Yay! He likes the candy jar. Excellent. No wonder he wouldn't take the violin. He was trying to give us a violin. You little son of a bitch. We got to come up with enough cash to pay off our house today. I'm just going to sell a bunch of mosquitoes. I don't have that problem when I go down to the Gulf of Mexico. Since I'm in Alabama, Alabama actually has a Gulf, believe it or not. Or actually has a beach, believe it or not. So I've been to the beach in the state of Alabama a few times. And then of course I've been to the Florida Panhandle a handful of times. I went down there just last year, September, almost this time of year last year. I vlogged it. It's up on the channel somewhere if you look through the vlogs. But yeah, Tyler and his wife came down, and for my birthday, we went down there and spent a weekend, and it was nice. The beaches were beautiful. It might just be that one particular area you're in, or it might even be just the time of year you're going. I have no idea. Ooh, it's a new fish. Let's go give it to the museum before some dumbass villager asks for it. So I catch this frog. No, the tree's in the way. I will say changing the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my whole life. So fucking dumb. I mean, if it weren't Captain Jackass pushing it and it were just somebody else doing it in a vacuum, I'd say, okay, that makes sense. Because it's the Americas. North America, Central America, South America. Then I would kind of say, okay, that makes a little more sense. But knowing why the name got changed and who pushed for the name change, no, it was straight racism and bullshit, and xenophobia and all that. It wasn't for any other like categorical reason. No, I will call it the Gulf of Mexico for the rest of my life. It's like Abe Simpson said, I'll be cold and dead in my grave before I recognize the Gulf of America. Of course, I think he said Missouri, but well, I say racism because Captain Jackass and all his people, they're extremely racist. You know they did it because it's white people that don't like brown people. Oh my God, Hispanics. You know why they did it. That whole America First thing, which is just a dog whistle for Nazi propaganda. You know why. You know why they did it. We all know why they did it. I will say this. We're not going to talk about politics, but I do want to mention this real quick, and then I'll never bring it up again. Tyler was telling me yesterday that Putin visited the White House for whatever fucking reason. They got him on camera saying that he and Russia were involved in the 2024 election. Then the White House tried to edit the footage and edit that out. I knew that son of a bitch didn't win legitimately. Because like, okay, winning the first time back then was a fluke. He ran against Hillary Clinton, which everybody hates. She's such a huge dog pile piece of shit. If it had been any other candidate, he would have lost and the whole meme candidacy thing would have been over. But him, like, he disappointed his own people. I mean, yeah, he has the cult following and everything, but like, he would not have won the second time without cheating. And it's funny because remember when he lost to Biden, he just whined and threw a tantrum like a toddler. But then he turned around and did the very thing that he whined and pitched a toddler fit about. He cheated. He had Russia help him rig the election and win. Our felonious pedophilic president, everybody, cheating to win an election. We're gonna get that Epstein list. We're gonna get it. You can't hide it forever. Oh, you know what we can do that would help us make some quick cash? Sell the fruit. Hey, buddy. We'll sell all the coconuts, the lemons. We got to figure out how to get more fruit. I want to say if you mail fruit to some of the villagers, they will mail you back fruit. We will test that theory. I will go buy some paper. We will mail some of this fruit. See if that gets us anywhere. I hope. It does, as far as I know. Yeah, New Horizons had all the same fruit as New Leaf. I have a orchard on my island with all of the fruit. It may even have more fruit, I don't know. Let's buy some paper. Also gonna buy this in case we need it, but the store is closed. Wait, really? Why did I not know that? New Horizons doesn't have the lemons. How do you pronounce that? Leech? Mango? Durians? Bananas? No, you gotta be wrong. You gotta be. How's that possible? I don't believe you. That's crazy. You sure about that? Aw, the keyboard doesn't work. You know what? Let me see if I can get our keyboard to work for this game. Configure. Pressure pass C-stick, circle pass shoulder buttons on system. I guess there's no real way to set that up. See if this little experiment works. I doubt it. Oh, dang it, Peggy. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. We are almost broke. Post office. What the hell? Send mail. Oh, I must have hit B. Damn it. Not Redbox. Remember the Redbox kiosks? All right, now we'll just dick around for a little bit, try to make some money. I think that's about all the errands we can run for the day, so let's try and make some money. Trying to buy the kiosk to put movies in. I think you mentioned that before in the Discord, didn't you? I remember you saying you wanted one of those. That's a cool idea. I think you should do it. Remember DVD and Blu-ray? Yeah, actually I do. I just recently bought some new DVDs and Blu-rays. Oh, the walking stick is new. Okay, sick. Where'd all my stuff go? Streaming is the meta. So, as far as physical media goes, I got this in. Tyler was able to get this for me. It's I haven't even taken the plastic off of it. It's the Jurassic Park Classic Collections. And then I have these two physical Switch games. The rest of my Switch games are all digital, which I kind of wish that I had bought a few more that were physical. I bought this the other day for just a few dollars on eBay, and I'm super ecstatic that I was able to get my hands on this. It's the complete series minus the specials they did later, but it's all the episodes. It's a pretty fat, thick DVD case too, but this is DVD, not Blu-ray. Outside of that, I only have the Jurassic Park movies. Like, I don't own movies and TV shows and stuff, but I have these. This is the enclosed version that's just a slip cover. This is the original trilogy on DVD, not Blu-ray, but it opens up and folds out. It's pretty neat. You take this out of the box and it will kind of fold open, which I think is pretty cool. I bought this for myself for my birthday years ago. Picked it up at Walmart when I was out of town. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was a thing. I just saw it and thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Then I have this tin lunchbox they released with Jurassic World. And then inside, I have all my Jurassic movies that I threw out. Because I'm fucking stupid. I threw out all the boxes and cases for ages ago. But I have all these movies in the little slip covers. It's the original movies. All these are DVD, I want to say. Yeah, these are just DVD. Then I have them, I have the original trilogy on Blu-ray. So I do have Blu-ray discs. These are Blu-ray, as you can see from the logo there. And then I got one of these 90s CD cloth wallets with all the movies in there. What's funny is I even have Jurassic Park 3D, but I don't have a 3D TV to watch it on. And then, of course, I have all the Blu-rays in here again. There's not just Jurassic Park in here, though. I also have all the Jurassic World movies on both DVD and Blu-ray. By the time we got to Dominion, though, I was like, oh my God, Dominion is not the best. So, but I have been buying, I make sure to get the double pack that comes with the regular DVD over here and the Blu-ray over here. But I had to consolidate and get rid of all the cases to make room for everything. Oh, switch to full screen cam. I could have. I guess I could have. We're just getting so far away from Animal Crossing this evening, aren't we? Let's see. Can I switch to full screen? I guess I could have the whole time. Okay, I'll re-show everything real quick. I got the Jurassic Park collection. I haven't even opened it. These are the two Switch games I have that are physical. The only two I have. I bought the Courage collection. The case is a little broken though, so all the discs had kind of fallen out. Thankfully, none of them had gotten scratched. Like I said, this is just a slipcover version of this. It opens up. It does the same fold out thing that the other one does. Yeah, I thought about switching to full face cam, and I was like, I'm lazy. Well, some of these I've had forever, like this. I bought this when it came out. What's the date on this? 2005. But yeah, this is a neat one. You know, the little doors open. And that folds out on the inside just like the other one does. Like I said, I have 2 copies of every movie on Blu-ray and DVD, except for Dominion. I have one DVD and one Blu-ray of it, but nobody's rewatching that of their own free will. And then, like I said, I've got this little wallet that's full of everything. I even have the Blu-ray 3D version of the original film, but I don't have a 3D TV, so I don't have a way to play it. But I keep all of these in this tin that I got with Jurassic World back in the day, which is pretty neat. But and it's funny too, because I don't even have a DVD player. I have this. This came out of a laptop, I think. And I use this wire to plug its USB 3.0. I just plug this into my computer and I can watch discs that way. Because I'm a generic son of a bitch. When I do build my next computer, though, I'm going to add a 4K disc player. But I insisted on... We got bit by a mosquito, didn't we? Yeah. But I insisted on having all of these physical. That way, if the government ever started to crack down or anything ever happened and we lost the ability to torrent stuff or, you know, do file sharing or anything like that, if I wasn't able to get my stuff, I would at least have emergency backup copies. I even went so far as to go back and make sure that I had VHS copies. I have this now. VHS. Really great condition. The original, this is the original tape. Now, I wore mine out years ago. I washed it 1,000 times until it wore out. So I did have to eventually replace these, and I got the little plastic slip covers to go over them. You see, they just don't do media like this anymore. Look at that. Look at that neat little holographic. The artwork used to be really good on VHS tapes, too. $1,500 items. Yeah, see, sometimes you just gotta, you know, keep some media physical because you never know when they're going to pull some fuck shit. I don't have the best plastic cases for these. They look a little foggy, but this was a special edition they put out of each movie back in 2000, I think. It's a double VHS tape. It was harder to get plastic protectors for these two, but I did manage. These are pretty cool. Like I said, I had all these when I was younger, but I wore everything out until it just fell apart. So I did have to eBay to replace this stuff, but it's totally worth it for peace of mind to know that they're not going to screw you over. My friend Thomas got this for me some years ago. So I actually have the original Jurassic Park and Lost World novel in this. This is like an amazing binding, by the way. But it's like the gold trim. It's very nice. So, literally the only book I own because I'm a piece of shit. No, I've always had a hard time being able to concentrate while I'm reading. I still think this lunchbox was pretty cool, though. I did pre-order the steel book for for Jurassic Park Rebirth. I think it comes out in September, which is great because it'll come out on my birthday. And you know I had to have a physical copy of Metroid Prime. I couldn't risk that going away forever. And this classic Jurassic Park edition, it has the NES, SNES, Game Boy, Sega Genesis. It has all the good stuff on there. And then I bought this physical because they said it was a limited edition print and it would go away eventually. I still wish that Mario Galaxy 2 was on here, though. That still kind of burns me up. I do hate when you open a case, though, nowadays, and it's just white on the inside with no artwork. I hate when they do that. I do like the alternate artwork here for this one. But, yeah, that's about the short and tall of my physical media collection because I just don't have the money to buy thousands of DVDs. Ideally, you want to buy them over time, over the course of years, and let it kind of build up, you know. But let me scoot back up here. Sorry, Animal Crossing. We kind of took a little bit of a side today. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If I had to, like, if all media were going to disappear tomorrow from the internet and I was worried about having them to watch at home, I think the only other series that I'm worried that I'm missing would probably be, I want the Back to the Future Blu-rays. I don't have those. And then I want all of South Park. And then I feel like my collection would be contently complete. But, I don't know. That feels expensive. I already have all the South Park episodes ripped in my hard drive. Unedited, full-blown HD, HD versions, 1080p versions, uncensored. Like, they went back and HDified even the original episodes that were in 4:9. I have those in widescreen, too. What would I do if I win the lottery? Nothing fun. I would pay off any remaining debts my friends and family had, make sure everybody's houses and cars were in good standing, make sure that we were all good and set for a few years, and then probably just give the rest to charity. I got to give you the boring answer because it's the truth. If, well, no, I won't even say if. No, since I didn't earn it by hard work, I think I'd try to make sure I give most of it to charity. Oh, a book. All right, let's see if we can find who dropped the book. Speaking of bags under your eyes, if you guys haven't checked it out on the YouTube side of things yet, I've been doing daily Pokemon sleep updates. Those are pretty funny. I'd recommend checking those out. Yeah, that's a thing too. That is a thing too. When you start giving handouts, people can, I'm not saying they will, but they can become reliant. You just got to be careful. But I think like helping your friends out once or twice isn't really going to hurt anything. You make a habit out of it, then it's a problem. Everybody in my circle, I think, is mature enough to where that wouldn't be an issue. But definitely, like, take care of your parents and your immediate family. Make sure they're all set and situated. If you're on good terms with them, that is. I see a beetle. Damn it. Don't have room. Hi, Mr. Skeeter. Oh, no, it's this way. That's a smart idea too. Put it in savings, let it accrue some interest. I got an itch. Wake up, Blathers. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I'm gonna have to charge up my phone a little bit, and then Tyler and I want to play some Peak tonight. So I want to make some dinner, eat, get ready for that. Enjoy the rest of your day too, Blathers. Yeah, it's silly to retire just because you won the lottery. Life's too long to retire early. Just retire at the normal age. You'll be fine. You'd be surprised how quickly even winning the lottery's worth of money would go. And then too, think about this. If you won the lottery for millions of dollars, inflation is still going to get you in the end. especially if you try to save it, because it will devalue over time. Let's see. So you're kind of stuck. Spread the wealth. That's what I would do. Help as many people as you can, as far as you can. Okay. Here's where we're going to wrap things up for today. I really need to find whose book this is. We asked her already, right? I'll ask a few people, but then we got to go. So. Damn. Ah. It's a lot of large fish in the river today. I wish we had more time to fish for them. Damn. Well, the thing about, like, if you win the lottery or any kind of money like that you spend in a large amount, you're just going to be mad at yourself later when you spend it on something that doesn't appreciate in value or just appreciate with time. Like, let's say you bought a bunch of electronics or something. You're going to be wishing you had the money and not the electronics soon enough. I think here's where we're going to wrap it up. We're never going to find who this item belongs to, and unfortunately, I am out of time. Tyler and I, unless something has changed since we spoke last, are going to play some Peek in a little bit after dinner. Just waiting on him to get home. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I know we got a little ranty at the beginning of the episode. We were talking about everything under the sun. Well, we didn't get ranty, but we kind of were talking about a lot of different stuff. But I'll be back. See you, folks.